The more cybersecurity influencers and YouTubers you copy, the worse your cyber career plan as a beginner becomes. Let me explain. In this video, I'm going to give you my honest opinion about why I feel trying to copy multiple career paths of influencers or YouTubers will mess up your career plan as a beginner in cybersecurity. I'm going to talk about the reality, the consequences of copying someone else's career path, listening to the advice on certifications, and what that will actually mean for you as a beginner. I am a content creator of cybersecurity as well, but even then, I want to really discuss about this so that it helps you. So don't forget to watch this video right till the end so you get some better clarity about how to begin your cybersecurity journey. Hi everyone, my name is Meera Tamboli. I work in cybersecurity in the UK, and if this is your first time coming to my channel, don't forget to subscribe because I help beginners kickstart their cybersecurity journeys. Now let's talk about what I just said. I said that the more you're going to try and copy others' cybersecurity paths, such as cybersecurity influencers, YouTubers, the more confused you are going to get, and I will explain to you why. Just think about this. You are a beginner in cybersecurity. You're trying to put every single effort to try and learn to break into this career. You watch an influencer on Instagram or YouTube or LinkedIn. You see that they are really successful in their career. They're very happy. They're just thriving in cybersecurity. You want to try and get there. You feel inspired. You feel motivated. You want to believe it and learn the roadmaps and learn everything they're telling. But what I see beginners doing is trying to copy the path and try to do the same things that influencer or YouTuber has done because they feel that is going to help them succeed too. Let me tell you how this can get really confusing. Let's assume there is someone you are really inspired by and you follow. That person is a red team expert, an offensive security expert, and they have done multiple offensive security certifications, EJPD, OSCP, lots many others. And then looking at that, you put it in your plan that you want to do OSCP, you want to do EJPD. After that, you move on to the next video, the next reel, and then you see another influencer who is a GRC expert and they have done an ISO 27001 lead auditor certification. They've done multiple other regulations and risk and compliance related certifications. So you note that down in your list as well. Let me tell you why this is going to get really messed up as beginners. The more roadmaps and resources you start saving for yourself to do, the more messy it's going to get. The biggest problem is that you are trying to copy the outcomes of someone else's journey. Every influencer, YouTuber, or cybersecurity expert or mentor shares about their journey. They talk about what helped them, and everyone's path doesn't look the same. When you come on my channel and you see my videos, you will hear about different certifications and roadmaps and a whole bunch of things and a lot of advice. These are things that have worked for me. Other things have worked for other people, and everybody suggests and explains about what has worked for them. You need to listen to this, get advice, get mentorship, but always remember you do not want to try and copy their pathway. Don't get a particular certification just because, let's say, I have done it, or don't get a certification because your favorite YouTuber or cybersecurity influencer has gotten it. They have probably gotten it, or I have gotten the certification because it is right for my stage and my future career plans. So you need to try and understand what career stage you are in and what is right for you. It is always good to take inspiration and motivation and see what's happening in the industry and listen to advice. But always remember, we do not want to copy paste someone else's career path. Just because it worked for someone else doesn't mean it will work for you. And just because your career path is going to look a little different from someone else who's already successful in this career doesn't mean you won't do good either. There are multiple successful cybersecurity professionals. Some of them have started with a complete non-tech and non-IT background and they are thriving in a cybersecurity career. Whereas there is someone else who has just passed out of university and gotten straight into cyber, and even they are doing amazing in this career. So everyone's journeys and paths look different. So always remember, do not try to copy something just because somebody else has done it. Think about what is right for you. A quick side note from the sponsor of today's video. If you're trying to get into cybersecurity, here's something I see all the time. Beginners consume a lot of content like YouTube videos, courses, tutorials, but they still feel stuck. And the reason usually isn't lack of effort, it's the lack of structure. Cybersecurity is a field where strong foundations really matter. If you skip the basics and jump straight into advanced topics, things start to feel confusing very quickly. That's why I like platforms that are actually designed for beginners, not just throwing random content at you. One platform that focuses on building those foundations properly is Back to Skills. Their learning paths are structured specifically for people starting in cybersecurity, and they also support preparation for certifications like the CEH without feeling overwhelmed. So, if you're currently learning and want a more structured way to build your basics and prepare for certifications, you can check out Back to Skills using my code for a 10% discount. The link and discount code of this is in the description and the pinned comment below. Now the next question is going to be, yes Veera, I understood what you're talking about so far. I get it that I'm not supposed to copy someone else's path. Just because my favorite YouTuber or influencer has gotten a certification, I won't do it too. I get it. But what should I do? What do I even follow out of all of the resources and roadmaps and everything out there? My answer is simple. The first thing is learn all of the cybersecurity fundamentals. You're going to hear this on every single YouTube channel said by every cybersecurity professional and expert. Everybody is going to tell you to learn the basics, such as basics of computer networks, operating systems, learning the cyber attacks, all the basic fundamentals. Once you've learned that, start exploring the different paths in cybersecurity. Watch videos about a day in the life of a GRC analyst or a red teamer or someone who works in a SOC. Try and understand, find out more about these different roles, and then think about what you would want to do. And I understand you won't just land to one final result saying, I want to become a SOC analyst. It's going to be confusing at the start. So chances are you would shortlist 2-3 roles, and there would be other 2-3 roles which you wouldn't want to do at all. Once you've shortlisted what you want, after that you need to start reverse engineering those roles. Start following roadmaps for those specific roles. What I mean when I say reverse engineer those roles, let's say that you want to become a SOC analyst. After everything you've explored in cybersecurity, you have decided, I think SOC analyst is the perfect role for me. What you need to do after this is actually reverse engineer the job descriptions of SOC analysts. This is one of the best ways to understand what are the latest skills in the market, what is the demand, what employers are really looking for, what are the things that you should be learning. So my recommendation to you is go over to LinkedIn or go to any reputed job portal and search over there SOC analyst, put your experience level, if it's a beginner, if it's intermediate, and start looking at the different job descriptions you see in your particular location. By just studying these job descriptions, you are going to understand a lot, because looking at the job descriptions, you're going to be able to see a pattern that every single company and employer is asking you for skills XYZ. You're going to understand that if I learn XYZ, I'm going to become more employable to this particular company. That is how you start noting down what each of these companies really want. You don't have to go through every single job listing. Even if you look at the top 20 to 30 jobs that come up and you go through their job descriptions and do good analysis of what's there, you are going to have so much better clarity, because you will understand what do these employers really want. And then note down the top 5 to 10 skills that they are all asking for. You clearly know that is what is in demand. After that, you need to start learning those skills. That's what I meant by reverse engineering. From discovering the different cyber roles to then identifying what you want to do, to now seeing what you need to learn to actually get hired in that job role that you have shortlisted. And once you know what you need to learn and what skills or certifications you should have for that job role, then you start following those roadmaps which actually teach you that. Then you start following a SOC analyst roadmap. Then you start following the different resources. Then you look into what are the certifications all those job descriptions were asking me for. The certifications someone will ask a SOC analyst versus someone who's applying for a red teaming role is going to be so different. And that's when you'll start understanding that, okay, for a SOC analyst, these are the certifications I should actually get, not something that my favorite YouTuber or cybersecurity influencer has gotten. So just to summarize everything, explore everything in cybersecurity, shortlist what you want to do, and after that reverse engineer and try to make a list of all the skills you will need, and then follow a relevant roadmap and then get relevant certifications. That is what will really help you build your path rather than copy what others have done. I have multiple cybersecurity videos on my channel and even roadmaps, and even then I wanted to really create this video where so many of the beginners reach out to me saying that which roadmap should we follow? There's thousands of certifications, courses. Should we get a CISM? Should I get a CISSP? Should I do OSCP? And I feel so overwhelmed because I just want to put it out there that you do not need to get an OSCP if you're a beginner in cybersecurity and you're just starting out in a Red Team. That is an advanced level certification. You do not need to get a CISM or CISSP. These are manager level certifications that you can only get after you've worked in cybersecurity for 4 to 5 years. And it is really overwhelming to see this kind of confusion going around where beginners feel like they need to do a whole bunch of different certifications and have so many skills when that is not even the pathway they want to do. So I really tried to share my perspective about all of this in this video. I really hope it helped you guys get some clarity and start thinking. And I really advise you to do the whole reverse engineering the job, which I just suggested. I told multiple mentees of mine on one-on-one calls to do it, and it has really helped them find some clarity. So make sure you do that. I hope you liked this video. Comment down and let me know how many times you yourself have gotten confused looking at the multiple certifications and resources and courses out there on the internet. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.